friends, we are live. Let me just make sure I get set up here in the chat. I need to go grab something while we're gathering here for a minute. This is going to be a fabulous Friday, week ahead. I'm going to paste that there and send that up there. Did that work? Yep. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Trying to watch the chat kind of off to the side over here. And what we're going to do is, I'm off camera right now. We're going to just do this as our typical fabulous Friday week ahead reading. As you join, or if you watch this later, if you watch this later, you can't be live. But before I go any further, let me wrap us all in love light and light love. Inviting in the guides who overlight TLC for the soul, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, and a host of other TLC for the soul guides. Why is my screen so dark over here? Oh, that was weird. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, the way I'm going to do these Q&A lives from now on, because Spirit's been wanting me to go live a little bit more, is some of them will just be a sit down like we did the last time, where we have, well, Spirit will just channel in whatever messages you most need to hear in this now. But others will be live versions of shows we typically do, and we typically do Fabulous Fridays on most Fridays, where we look at the energies of the week ahead. And then what we'll do for those that are in the chat on the live, if you have any cards you'd like me to pull on your behalf, questions that you'd like to ask Spirit, your guides, angels, past on loved ones, whoever, then you can take a look at the instructions at the top of the chat. And you would then just put your question in the chat box. And at the end of what I'm doing here, I'll go in and take a look at those and, do anything that's relevant there in the chat, answer any questions, pull cards or whatever. So this is the energies of the week ahead for Friday, December 20th, which is today. I do have this calendar up here. This is my little hand-drawn calendar. We've got, so it'll go from Friday, what we're going to pull cards on will go from today all the way to next Thursday, the 26th, which is actually the first day of Hanukkah, according to this. So we've got the winter. It's so weird because I'm watching myself live too. There's like this weird delay. We've got the solstice tomorrow. It's really early tomorrow morning. Like 3 a.m. my time. Thank goodness we're finally out of this like dark, short days. Slowly each day now, the days will be getting longer and longer. We have the last quarter moon on Sunday, the 22nd. And then if you celebrate the holidays, it's still a power-packed week, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. But we've got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day one of Hanukkah on the 26th. And there's also a very beneficial astrological alignment. It's kind of too much to go into here, but it gets aspected every month when the moon passes through Libra. And we have that happening, I think it's right around, I think it's on the 22nd, right around the last quarter moon. So hi, we've got some people on. We're doing a fabulous Friday reading, so welcome everybody. I'm going to lay the cards out for the week ahead like I typically do. I'm trying to do the reading and watch the chat at the same time. There's instructions at the top of the chat at the end of the reading. If you'd like me to answer any questions from your guides, from Spirit, from Source, from past on loved ones, whatever, at the end of the chat, there's instructions at the top of the chat box, and you can take a look at that and enter your questions into the chat, and I will address those at the end of what I'm doing here. We're talking about the energies for the week ahead, and this card was out this morning. This was the telepathy card. This is from my deck, Forest of the Wolf. Links to everything I talk about are always in the notes of this show, and will be in the description box of every show. So when this one's done, if you have anything you want to take a look at, or that I talk about, you can go take a look at that. But this card came out this morning, and it wants to stay on the table for the week ahead, all about telepathy. And this morning's almost daily on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok was all about listening to all these messages that are going to be coming in about like upgrades to stuff you're working on, relationship. There's a lot of like upgrading energy coming through this end of the year in preparation for 2025. And it's already starting to show itself, even if exactly what you want isn't in your physical reality right now. These things are starting to, the manifesting, I think, has already been done. I'm kind of careful about the words that I choose there, because the manifesting, the planting the seeds, the visualizations, the affirmations, the keeping your energy clear and all that kind of stuff has already been done. Now it's the materialization of those things, which is the bringing down of what you want from the ethers, from your vortex or whatever, into the physical realms, made manifest in the 3D. And these things are already starting to show up in your 3D reality as signs, synchronicities, lots of different things coming in. But this telepathy card is all about paying attention to the signs that you're getting, to the things that you're seeing. And I think there's more signs and stuff being shown to us than we can even like consciously realize at the moment. Because I see, I'm sometimes distracted and I see things like signs like passing me by. Like I'll see them out of the corner of my eye and it's like, oh, I missed another sign. And then my son is all day long texting me the angel numbers that he sees. And I sometimes get like 40 or 50 texts of angel numbers he sees throughout the day. And I use those as kind of, those are signs as well, messages from other people. So he's 17, he's on his spiritual path as well. And angel numbers are just kind of, coming into him quite a bit. All right, let's take a look at what Spirit wants to show us for the week ahead in regards to this telepathy card. Anything else? This is Midnight City Tarot. This is not my deck. Many of the decks I use on the channel are my own decks. This one is Jackie Franco's. The Emperor card. Card number 4. I'm noticing two things here. I'm noticing, is that the sun? Okay, that looks like the sun. This I drew like a huge moon. And I think when I get this Emperor card, to me, it's all about, I'm going to go in closer on the card since I'm kind of done with the calendar. When I get this Emperor card, I think it's about seeing things from a higher perspective, because that building is really tall and that is an actual building. Let me look, because sometimes this deck is all set in New York City and sometimes these locations have significance for various reasons, or to different people, they might mean different things. So I like to pull the book out and look at the location. Oh, of course, it's the Empire State Building in Midtown Manhattan. Structure, rules, authority, sturdiness. No, I don't think this is about structure. I think this is because the Empire State Building is really tall, right? And I think it's all about, this was also in this morning's reading, about pulling yourself up out of the everyday to have some time to get clear on different things, clear on what you want, clear on what's going on. I guess the chat is not working. Let me see if I can look at that, because my message that I put there isn't there anymore. That's very interesting. Let me try to put it again. Okay, so the chat may not be working right now. If it is, I don't know. I can't see it. Anyway, let me keep going. I think this is a good week, the week ahead. Many people are on vacation this week. Many people are taking time off at the end of the year. And with the solstice too, I think it only makes sense that this is a time of like inner reflection, going within to see, to see within, because some of you have like DM'd me over on Instagram and shown me like what you're working on or what you're doing. And I think many of you are being guided to do like visioning or vision boarding or vision questing. And there's quite a few on the channel, drum journeys and vision quests, that I've done for everybody. This channel is 7 years old or plus. I don't even know what you. There's almost 900 videos. Many of them are timeless. There's playlists for everything. If you're new here, welcome in, take a look around. I always say to use the channel and my Instagrams and all that as like oracles. And, if there's not a live show on or me doing something today, or you need messages in the moment, you set the intention to get the message that you need. Use, close your eyes, flip through the content, put your finger down, and you will find a show somewhere, that you will find the show that your finger's on. Those will be the messages that you need in this now. So pulling back, listening, this telepathy. I'm going to pull some love messages too at the end here. I know not everybody is wanting to have a love message, but I know some of you do. All right, this is the Vision Quest Tarot coming in next. Oh, we just talked about vision questing. So let me see what else is going on, Spirit, for the week. Next week or this week ahead. I actually just starting today through the weekend. The Four of Water with abundance. Yeah, well, oh, and look, another one. Another full moon. Another full moon. This almost at first I thought was a moon, this sun, but there's three what appears to be full moons. Abundance, prosperity, inner mysteries coming out that want to be revealed. Why is that happening right now, though? I'm like a spiritual scientist. I don't just want, I do want the channelings from Spirit, but I don't just want the channeling of information to come through. I like to know like why we're getting this card, what's happening in the energy world that's causing these messages to come up. Is it the astrology? Is it some sort of stargate that's opening? Is it some, solar flares or earth activity or whatever? What are these things? So if somebody's on and wants to test the chat, if you could just type hello or something there so I can see if the chat is even working, because it doesn't look like it is. There's like no activity there. Like I can't even see my message. So that would be great if you could do that and we could test that. Otherwise, I don't know. I think they're saying it's a combination of things. It's a stargate that's actually closing as of tomorrow, the solstice, but we're still kind of in it today. So there's still that opportunity. It's been open from the 12th to the 21st. So it actually closes at the culmination of the solstice early tomorrow morning. But there's still, so with a Stargate open, it gives us access to higher frequency information, downloads, greater levels of divine support from star family, other divine light beings. I'm getting like a lot of chills on that. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I'm not going to fuss with this chat anymore because I guess it's not working. I keep kind of periodically checking it. But and maybe that's a message too. Let me just think about this, because I think some of you are waiting for messages that you feel aren't coming through, and you're looking in the wrong place for those messages. So, they're saying you're supposed to be looking in your heart, not to other people. So that's part of this Emperor card too, is being your own sovereign being, and not necessarily needing to go outside of yourself for validation. Should I be doing this? Is this the right thing? Sometimes I do get that. I have someone in my life who is very, unsure of themselves. And for every little thing, they'll be like, do I want that? But they're asking me, like, do they want that? Do I want that? And I'm like, I don't know if you want that or not. This is a younger person. And, I don't know, it's so unnerving because I'm like, well, but don't you know what you want? Well, I don't know. Do I want that? And I'm like, this is bizarre. So pay attention to needing outside validation, outside, even outside guidance. Like, I know you're here for a reading. This is to help us see what the energies are that are coming up and help you to give you some focus. But you don't necessarily always need that. Sometimes it's extraneous chatter that kind of messes up your own internal guidance from coming through. So pay attention to how often, you're needing that, maybe even like fix of a reading. I'm guilty of that sometimes too. Sometimes I'm like, I need more messages. And sometimes I just like to hang with my favorite readers. And I'm oftentimes channeling the same messages they're channeling at the same time. And I just like to hang with those content creators and high vibe readers and stuff. And they're like my little community online, watching some of my favorite people. And I don't always have to have the messages, but sometimes I know we like to hear that confirmation too. And other times, when our day is feeling like not so inspired or whatever, then it is helpful to have that little bit of uplifting energy. Okay. I hope this is actually recording because I'm on and it says nobody's on, so that's bizarre. Maybe I need to pull this out and refresh it. Let me just do that one more time. Doodly doo, doodly doo, doodly doo, while I get a card from this deck. Do, 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 do. I'm not a big fan of all of this, what's it called? Like tech stuff. Constantly like messing with the tech. But since Spirit asked me to go live more frequently, I'm trying to do that. All right, here, have a heart. Okay. So let's get a card from the companion to the Midnight City Tarot, which is the City of Dreams. Candle magic. Yeah. And look, oh my gosh, that's 3 now. So there's already a lot of synchronicities in this reading itself because do you see how many, what appears to be like full moons are there? So when is the next, I don't know when the next full moon is. Is this the energy spirit of this past full moon or the upcoming one? Okay, the upcoming one. So between now and this next full moon, which I don't even have it on the calendar, so it must be sometime like second or third week of January. So we're already getting messages for not just this week, but like the next 2 or 3 weeks out. So that's important as well. Candle magic is all about setting intentions, working spells, clearing energy. That's like four moons all in here. That's crazy. What else do you want to say about that? There's this big vibe right now about keep going, keep strong in your faith. Just because it feels like there might be a slowdown at the end of the year, they're saying that that's so far from what's really happening. It's not really anything slowing down. It's your perception that things are slowing down, but that's not really what it is. So let me get my deck Happy Cloud and see if there's any other things I want to say about that. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, this card comes out a lot. Care. Tell someone you love them. This is my self-care card. This is about, oops, I'm going to hit the camera. This is about taking care of yourself. Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. These seem like typical year-end messages about, being peaceful, taking care of yourself, wrapping up the year, seeing how far you've come. Looking forward to the year ahead. Let's get some letters. I think the biggest thing that might get in your way over this next couple of weeks, this week ahead, is this feeling like nothing's happening, feeling like you might be stuck, like there's obstacles in your way because of the whole year-end stuff, right? You may be pulled into family activities. You may be pulled into things you're not normally pulled into, because it's that time, quote unquote, that time of year. Spending time with family and friends. This is just, you may be pulled into what you feel are awkward situations with other people. I don't know, they're saying like office parties, Christmas party gatherings. I don't know. I don't go to any of those things, but just, and are you pulled into it out of your own free will? Well, no, you have a choice to go. But I think you may just be doing things that you don't typically do at other times of the year because of the year-end stuff, like a New Year's party or something like that. Let's get some cards out, some letters. Let's just see what falls out, because a lot of times they mean things because the cards mean things, but the letters might also spell things as well. All right, let's see what those are. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have a wireless mac and cheese. So I just kind of toddle along between, go back and forth to my tarot drawer. All right, let's see what we got here. So we had quite a few fall out. Let's see what they spell first. And I kind of I made this from a desk calendar thing. So a desk calendar page from October of some year back in the day, 2019 or something. But I know what all these mean because I wrote a day. I cut all the days into each one and made them as cards. Okay, time to take stock and enter the cave, but you can use them as like Scrabble letters too. Okay, it's a long, long way to the chop. Enjoy the scenery along the way is a G. They spell out Labyrinth of Dragonshire, which is a game I had made with my son. Fire, desire, passion, burn, sacral, no pain, no gain. That's an F. We've got spirit. This is the sound. See, it was October 31st. Soul work, ghost return, rise, ancestors, boo. Air, new clarity messages, mind chatter, and wings. That's an A. R, relief is being offered. Do you accept it? This is like your guide saying, we can help you. We can step in and help you with whatever it is that you need help with. You just have to ask and then, accept our help. We've got love spell. So I'm going to pull some love cards. And then we've got connect with the spirit world as an N. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Let me get in even closer to those and get this glare off of that. Okay. Wow, do I see anything right off the bat? Cigarettes. I see the British word for cigarette. Oh, I see the word fag. That's a British word for cigarette. Rag, sag, nag. See, I think there's a lot going on. There's a lot of like outside influence. Sag. This is the end of Sagittarius season today. We'll move into Capricorn season. Okay, so you can keep taking a look at those letters for a second. I'm going to pull some love messages for anybody here that has questions about love. We did do a big live last Saturday, the live Q&A. We did just a sit down and we brought out messages that everybody was watching needed to hear. And it was all a love reading. So let me get this deck. Let's see, any love messages for the week ahead? This is the Final Rose Tarot. Any messages for the week ahead? What? Love messages. Oh, this was just in there. In the moment. This is card in the moment, ITM. It's hard to see that glitter there. But about being present, staying in the moment, being open to new possibilities, maybe new people coming in, keeping your heart open. Let's get another one. Anything else about love? Oh, see. Look at that. Look at all those drinks. We got the cocktail party and paradise. These are actually both major arcana. Actually, all three of these are major arcana cards. So we have 9, 19, and 17. I'm going to take a look at that in just a second. But I think the love messages, I don't see any couples. I see somebody who's kind of like expectantly with their heart open and their rose held out. This drink is 19. I have not memorized my things. So let me take a look at what 19 is. I've not memorized my major arcana. 19 is, oh, that's the Sun card. Just when perfect love seems so hard to find, heaven's door is open to greet us with a cocktail and new possibilities for fun and romance. Rainy days are over. Miracles do exist. Enjoy this new adventure and let your radiance shine brightly like the sun. And so we've got the Sun card, and then 17 is the Star card. This cocktail party, hope, infinite possibilities, renewal, and elevation. Now is your chance to stand out amongst the rest. It's your perfect moment to advance in this journey to find love. Effervescence fills the air as flutes of champagne click together, offering possibilities and renewing your opportunity to share your sparkle with the world. Okay, but what does that mean if you're looking for, let's do two. Let's do a card for if you're looking for love, what does that mean? And if you're in a relationship, what does that mean? I think I'll get the bottle caps out. We haven't used the bottle caps in a while. So if you're watching this later and you enjoy these lives, and I try to do, I do them when Spirit guides me to do them. But if you're on YouTube, you know, you'd want to subscribe to the channel and make sure your notifications are turned on. Let's get a bottle. This is my thing of bottle caps with messages on them. So let's just see, like, what, if you're looking for love, what's your message? Goodness without guilt. Focus over here. Goodness without guilt. It just seems, I don't really feel like, maybe something will come up like at a party or whatever, like you might be guided towards your person there, but it seems more like taking good care of yourself, keeping hope alive. The last love reading we did a week ago said within 8 weeks, which was last week, so it'd be within 7 weeks that this person was going to enter your life. And I just don't really feel like it's happening right now during the holidays, as much as you might want it to. I feel like it's all still about like, take good care of yourself, be hopeful, you know, go have some fun, take your mind off of, you know, needing this so badly or feeling like you need it so badly, you know, whatever it might be. It's different for everybody. You take goodness without guilt. Can mean any a number of things. I feel like there's some player energy coming into, like somebody who might be like, you know, well, if my person's not here, you know, I'm just going to go for it with somebody else. So that might be coming up as well. So pay attention to that. You know, I don't know. Maybe you need that right now. All right. And then, for people in relationships, wait, focus, I can't even read it. It says live with passion. Yeah, there's this passionate energy coming up too. So if you're in a loving relationship with someone, I think, well, it only makes sense that during this time of year that relationships have the potential to deepen even more, especially if you're committed to that, you know, committed to working on that relationship. Then, you know, it only makes sense that the energy this time of year is going to support loving relationships. There's a lot of nostalgia that happens around this time if you've been in relationships with someone for a while. you know, remember that Christmas when we did, or remember that holiday time when this happened, or every year during the holidays, we used to actually travel every year for the end of the year. I never stayed at home. Always, when I lived in California, we always took a trip up the coast, like through the redwoods, and stayed somewhere at an Airbnb. Up in Oregon State, like on the Oregon coast was my favorite place. And we would always stay there for the holidays and do our holidays like out and about, rather than staying at home. So it could be that. It could be you're guided to do something different this holiday. You know, my situation is much different now. You know, I don't have as much of the ability to just like drop everything and leave my house and go take a 2-week trip. Because I have things here at Mystic Gables that require my attention every single day. I have responsibilities I have to take care of, and I don't have that luxury, not necessarily financially. It's just I have these obligations here that I have to take care of every day, and so I can't just like run away and take a trip. There's nobody to come in and take care of those for me. So it's quite different now, but that doesn't mean there's not opportunities to go do something, you know, close by where you live or whatever. So this is the end of the reading for the week ahead. If you missed it, because I think some folks have jumped on and jumped off, and I don't know, the chat isn't really working. I can't see if it is or not, if you've typed anything in. But this is the time during these Q&As, during these lives, at the end of whatever we're doing, where if you would like me to pull a card for you and give you a message from spirit or spirit guides or angels or past on loved ones or whatever, you can type your question in the chat and I will pull a card for you there. Instructions are in the top of the chat if you'd like to donate to the channel. Then my Ko-fi link is there as well. If you're interested in personal readings, I am open for personal readings again, and I do have a 2025 year ahead reading that was available until the end of January. All of that is also in my Ko-fi shop. You can access everything through the same link. So I'm going to sit down here, take a drink of water, and I'm just going to take a look at the chat because I think there are a few people on, and see if there's anything you'd like to just say hi, or if you'd like me to address for you there. All right. I'm going to try to test this chat again because I just don't think it's working. Doodly doo, live chat. Because I've typed the same chat message like I don't know how many times. Okay. Do I type hello? Okay. I'm going to give it one more chance. There. That is very bizarre. Okay. Well, now it's working. Maybe that has a limit to how much you can put in there. Copy. That's weird. Paste. Does that go in? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I put too much in there before. Or maybe you can't have emojis. Any questions for your guides? Okay, there. Okay, so let's get one final card. Like I said, if you do want me to pull a card with any messages for you, from your guides, from spirit, you can type that question in now. And I'm going to get one final card. This is from my deck, Loveland. And then you can ask questions about anything. I don't want to answer questions about anything, all right? Love, romance, career, whatever question you got, we've got an answer for you. We, the team and I, not just me. All right, let's see. Last messages. Oh, we've got 2. Yeah, emotions. Learn to flow with your emotions from a calm, balanced state. I think the energy of this week ahead is going to support like just calm, peace, and then missing you. It wasn't hard to say goodbye. It was just the feelings that came afterward that she couldn't fathom. And I think that is, there may be some of you who aren't able to be around your loved ones at this holiday time or at this end of year time for whatever reason. And there could be, or there could be just this nostalgia coming in. Again, I think this is like the same message of like, remember that thing I just said, like, I'd rather be on vacation somewhere right now than sitting at home. But here I am. So making the most of what you've got and finding ways to celebrate regardless of the situation, and being thankful for what we have, and always being humbled by, taking a look at other people's experiences too, and being like, oh, I can't go on my, 5-star hotel experience this time, but it's -10 degrees outside and I have Mystic Gables and my house and my son and my dog and my community, my like-minded community, and all these great, I could go on and on with the gratitude list. So just for the things that haven't come in yet, there's just nothing we can do about anything that hasn't come in yet. There's nothing we can do about divine timing. Absolutely nothing at all. No, well, let me take that back. Sometimes there is healing and stuff that has to be done, but in terms of you as the magician, as the creator of your reality, doing something to make divine timing happen sooner, there's absolutely nothing you can do to force divine timing to happen sooner than things are meant to happen. Especially if they're fated events, they will happen in their own right time. And so it makes no sense at all then to continue to dwell on them. So you'd be asked to pull your energy back and away from that and set it on something else. And there is an energetic reason behind that. We're going to have to sit down in an upcoming show here and show you energetically, like with some experiments that we can all do together. It's going to be more of an interactive session. Why Spirit tells you to pull your energy away from things that, you're like when you're trying to force things. There's a reason behind that. It's not just saying that. There's like a spiritually scientific reason behind why you're asked to do that, to pull your energy back and away from trying to force something. It actually puts a block up to the quote unquote energy door that would allow that thing to come in. And so that's one of the reasons why. But we can show you with some little experiments why, what that means. Like, what does that actually do? All right, so let me check in with the guides here. If there's any other messages they have, they're complete. Let me check in with the chat. Any questions for your guides? We don't have anything in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and end this now. And I want to thank you so much for joining me here, whether you were on live or whether you watch later. And we will see you all again soon. I'm not sure what I'm doing next. It's probably going to be Bringers of the Light Sunday or an audiobook drop of some more chapters from Flying Potion, probably tomorrow, so that we're all up to speed on the next chapters of Flying Potion that will come in on Sunday. So again, thank you so much for joining me here. We will see you all again soon. Take care. How do I end this chat? Are you sure you want